Hi, Christina here, creator and owner of She Who Honors. Be the she who honors God with her all. About 12 years ago, I experienced post-traumatic stress. I did not know what it was. We were in the process of adopting a 15-month-old boy, and we were getting close to the date when I got a phone call from his caseworker, and he said that his foster mom decided to adopt him, which is good because they already had a relationship. That's great. But it did something to me and I didn't realize what it was. I cried that night. I went to work because I worked second shift at a lab then, and I could not work. My supervisor just had me go home, and I started experiencing different physical feelings, physiological things, as in like stomach issues. I didn't want to eat. I started getting obsessive thoughts about eternity. I was freaking myself out. I was crying a lot, and this was not me. So I went to my doctor. He gave me pills, and he thought I had PMS. It wasn't PMS, and I didn't even take the pills. He gave me 2 types. He gave me the one I did not like to take, so I just stopped taking them. Eventually, I called a licensed clinical social worker, and I went in, and she told me that I am experiencing post-traumatic stress because of all the long time that we've been waiting to have a child, and then I was right at the moment to get this child, and then it was taken from me. So it was almost like a miscarriage, and it just shattered me. So I was devastated, which I knew I was, but I didn't realize how much it was hurting me. So after talking to her, I started to get better, and especially knowing what I was going through. So what my point is, there's a lot of people that are suffering with depression, anxiety, worry, suicidal thoughts, sadness, and even an anger. You're so angry. But remember, those are not something that just comes to us. They come from a cause, and a root cause or issue. There's an underlying problem. So depression, anxiety, worry, suicidal thoughts, obsessive thoughts, those are symptoms of a problem, right? It's not something that we should live with, or you should need to live with, because it's hampering your growth. It's hampering your life. And I'm not trying to be rude or insensitive, but remember, God has given us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And when something is up with that, then it's time to get the help. And that's what he made others for. There are Christian counselors, there's psychologists, there's licensed clinical social worker. There's so many people out here that can help you to find out first what that problem is and to get it resolved. Because you don't want to keep on, that's what's happening with those symptoms, is those problems start to take root in your heart and your brain and your mind, and you deal with it and you think that it's part of you, but it's not a part of you. It is a part of that problem that you need to get help. Okay, so I want to say, for leaders of ministry, leaders, pastors, wives, Christian bloggers, whoever, if you have an issue, if you're depressed, anxious, worried, suicidal thoughts, please get help. It is not good for us to have our own issues and try to lead others. It's not gonna work. I'm just gonna speak the truth in love. So one of the things in my ministry class, they talk to us about the first things is fixing our souls, because getting help from healing, having solitude, silence with God, and staying in prayer, getting the help we need by a professional. So I just want to say this because it's been on my heart. If you're dealing with any of that, please get help. And there's no shame in that. That's why God made those people to do that, to help you. And then you'll be better and able to go and do what God has called you to do for him. So once again, Christina here from She Who Honors. Have a blessed weekend.